Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rant. Yeah, Nebraska, Ohio State. Sorry, it's another late night rant. I had to work today, so and I had to work till about I got off around early this evening. Came home, watching the Nebraska game, and just had to shake my head. I literally had to shake my head. I can't get angry anymore. I can't. I like to just go off on them, but it's all been said pretty much. Special teams shot themselves. Two missed field goals. The long one I can understand. The shorter one he should have made that. God, that short one was that last field goal that he missed. God, that was ugly. He should have made that. You know, it was lined up. He should have made that. He should have learned from the 45-yarder that he missed. You know, but he did the same thing, but the shorter one was ugly. I mean, that looked like a knuckleball or something. Good God. You should have learned from the first one. See, that's the problem with our kickers. They think too much. Just kick the ball. I said this a month ago. Don't think about it. Just kick the ball. But unfortunately, he probably thought about it, and well, we left 6 points on the field. I don't know. I mean, the punting was okay. Our coverage was good. I have to admit, our coverage was good. Um, Offensively, I don't inconsistent. Someone explain this to me. Just maybe it's me. Okay, maybe it's just me, and I'm gone completely freaking nuts or whatever. How come are we getting away from the running game? I mean, we looked pretty good running against Ohio State. We did. We looked really good running against them. Then all of a sudden we went away from it and things kind of went downhill from there. Yeah, we had some good pass plays. We had a couple good pass plays. I'm not totally, fending off the passing game, but we did have a couple good passing game. But then Martinez, sometimes this is the thing what pisses me off about Martinez. Martinez, are you listening? Dude, I know you need to figure this. You got to make quicker decisions, man. I know some of those routes are, but you got to put the ball right there. And sometimes you don't. And that's what makes me mad about Martinez. He's inconsistent in the passing game. He's very inconsistent in the passing game. And this is like, oh, one minute he looks good. The next minute I don't know what he's thinking. Honestly, I don't. And that's what happened today. He had some good. He had a nice long touchdown pass. He had a couple. I mean, he had a couple nice long passes. Then on the short passes, the one to the tight end when it was 3rd and 4 down by the goal line, when the score was 23-17, shot it right over his side and open receiver's head. I mean, literally it went over his head. It's like he put a little too much mustard on it or something. I don't know. But that's the frustration. 1 minute, like I said, 1 minute Martinez looks great throwing the ball. Then the next minute, he looks like poop. And I'm still wondering why we're getting away from the running game. We have a talented running back room. I don't understand why don't we use these guys. You got Yant and Johnson, and I've said this, and maybe some of you agree with me on this. They're a good 1-2 punch. You got the big guy, it's Yant. You got kind of little guy, it's Johnson, and he's good out of the backfield too, because he can catch out of the backfield also. So he kind of gives you a little bit of versatility there. Yant, give him the ball north-south. He'll find a hole or he'll make a hole. And he's looked good every time he's run. He didn't show up today. Oh, he was in, but he didn't get a chance to get the ball. And we went away from the running game. And that crucial drive, when we were down by the goal line and it was 3rd and 4th, when Martinez threw it over the receiver's head, that, in my opinion, maybe some of you may agree with me on this, that basically was the killer right there. That drive, if we would have made that first down, it probably been a different ballgame. Because on that drive, we ran a lot. I mean, we were running a lot against that Ohio State defense, and we were running good against them until we got down into the red zone and we hit the wall. If they would have handed it off to Johnson, I think he would have probably gotten the first down because it looked like Ohio State was kind of sucking some wind there. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I think he could have gotten it, or he could have gotten like maybe a couple yards, maybe. Could have been 4th and 2, 4th and 1, whatever. Because I know Scott Frost was going to go for it if it was, no matter what. But when he threw it, he dropped back, I went, oh, crap. And I was right. That drive killed us. That was the drive that killed Nebraska's chances of winning against Ohio State. We could have gone up 24 to 23. We could have done that if we would have just, I don't know. Like I said, some of that play calling today kind of baffled me a little bit. It did. It was kind of baffling, some of that play calling. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like I said, we're running good on Ohio State. We've been running good on a lot of these teams, but yet somehow we just go away from it for a while. Why? Don't fix what's not broken. It's frustrating. It is. The officiating. Oh dear God! I wonder if they got the first flight out of Lincoln. There were some ugly calls in that game. There were some calls that should have never been called. There was a couple of calls that should have been called. The first call was the punter interference call that supposedly we interfered with the punters. I don't know what the deal was with that. That flag should have been picked up. We did not interfere with the punter catching the ball. Now, the rule is if he's 1 yard or less in front of the receiver who's receiving the punt, yes, that's a penalty. But he went off to the side. So where's the penalty? There should have never been a penalty on that at all. Another penalty, there was a holding penalty and the offensive lineman tackled one of our, I can't remember who it was that right offhand, but basically literally tackled our defensive lineman right in front of the referee, and he didn't call it. Are you kidding me? Didn't call that. I mean, it was even everybody in that stadium saw that, and that referee didn't call it. The other call that I was mad about is in the 4th quarter, the pass interference call. Yes, that was pass interference. He grabbed his jersey, and if you saw it on slow motion, and I went back and reviewed it, that was pretty much pass interference, and he got away with murder on that one. He mugged our receiver. Don't say he didn't. Don't say it was incidental. No, he mugged him, and that was never called. If that was called, we would have had probably an automatic first down. So, poor officiating, poorness, bad referee. Black shirts, they did great. I mean, we only lost by 8 points. I mean, that was good for that's good. The problem is our offense is inconsistent. Like I said, 1 minute the offense looks great, the next minute they look like shit. But the defense did everything they could. They did everything they could. Even though Ohio State had over 600 some yards in total offense, but they did everything they did. They held that team down. Ohio State never covered a point spread, okay? They never did. The defense did what they did, even though Stroud, the Ohio State quarterback, threw about 400 some, just over 400 yards against us. But we held down Henderson, that Ohio State running back who's supposed to be really good. We held him down. But unfortunately, we didn't hold a receiver down who had 15 receptions for 220 yards. I think his name is Smith, and his last name I'll probably butcher. So it was Smith. But like I said, we held their running game down pretty well. But the passing game killed us. The passing game was really interesting because they were just kind of like dunking and dinking these passes to the receivers, and the receivers would just catch the ball and run, or the receivers would find a hole in our zones, in our passing zones, turn around and sit down, and they'd get the ball and they would run about 10 or whatever how many yards. But that's how the Ohio State kind of really beat us with that dunk and dink passing game. They didn't really go for the long ball or the big play ball. They tried it a couple times, but they didn't succeed. But all in all, it was just the dunk and dinking stuff. It's kind of just short passes. And there you go. And if you watch the Purdue game, Purdue kind of did the same thing. Kind of these little, short passes, and then the receivers would get the ball and run. So Purdue kind of did that against us too. It's hard to defend. It is. When you play a zone pass defense, it's hard to defend because, well, these receivers will just turn around and sit down in the middle of a zone or whatever open spot they have in the zone. They'll just turn around and boom. So, but all in all, Ohio State, they didn't kill us. I think there was a lot of, like I said, there was a lot of things happening in this game. Special teams, we missed 2 field goals there. We left 6 points on the field. Our offense was inconsistent. But our defense was, they did everything they could. And by the way, Ohio State never covered the point spread. So there you go. We're so close. So close. So I'm going to end this. Nebraska has a bye week next week. It'll be 2 weeks. It'll be in Madison, Wisconsin. Maybe we can beat Wisconsin, but I doubt it, man. Wisconsin has woke up. I mean, they have woken up. That's not good for Huskers. But if something comes up, I'll be on during the week. If something comes up during the week, I'll be on for sure. So until then, if you don't see me all next week, I'll see you in about 2 weeks on Friday for the Wisconsin-Nebraska prediction. Leave a comment in the comment box. How do you feel about the game? How do you feel about the officiating? How do you feel about our offense? How do you feel about the defense? Put it in there. Hit that thumbs up button. I know you liked the show. Or hit that subscribe button if you like subscribing to the show. Sorry it was kind of long. I just had a lot to say tonight. Till then, everyone, I'm Drunk Farmer. I am out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And remember, go Big Red. I will see you. Bye.